Alright, YouTube's Mountain Man Magic, and we're going to try and record our first draft, finally, of Dominaria. So, first pack, we have a terrible rare in Thran, Temporal Gateway, just not something you're ever going to play. Really like Arvad, cast down some great removal, Spore Crown Thallid, so all these uncommons are quite good. Commons that are definitely pickable, Academy Drake, Deep Freeze, some sideboard decent cards, but I think we just go with the removal and grab cast down, even though I really like Arvad. It's always tough to pick a golden card first. Go with cast down. Okay, we got some other solid commons. Uncommon, I mean, Fire Fist Adept. My dream is to play a good red-blue Wizards deck. I've just never been in the position to do it. I really like Academy Drake, but I think Blessed Light's probably one of my favorite removals in the set because it gets rid of all those big enchantments, as well as it just being an exile, so it deals with big threats quite well. And you know, removal is always a premium, so I'm gonna take what I think is one of the best removal spells in the format, Blessed Light. So we got two good removals so far. Now this is interesting because Cloud Eater Sphinx is one of the best commons by far in the set, maybe the best blue common. Dark Bargain's also a really solid card. Jorah's Familiar, I mean, the two uncommons left, not so great. I think it's just Cloud Eater Sphinx without much hesitation. I can see the argument for Dark Bargain because it stays on color, but I'm more about picking the strongest cards, and I think Cloud Eater Sphinx is just the best card in this pack. Who else are we drafting with? That dude. Cool. Anyone look familiar? That's a big negative Ghost Rider. Okay. Lich's Mastery. I feel like I'm going to see 3 of these in every draft I do in this format, but not really what I'm looking to play. Let's get you over here. So Fungal Infection, definitely a nice card. Soul Salvage, great card. Run Amok. I'm surprised I haven't seen more green-red decks that just try and go Grun and then run amok with it, and there's like your turn 9 win. But I think I'm actually going to take the Fungal Infection. I don't really see any creatures that I want. I don't want to branch into a 4th color right now for something like a Benelish. Well, Benelish on a guard would keep us white, but Killed an Overseer I like, but not when I don't have any cards in it right now. Relic Runner I'm kind of indifferent on. I'm going to take Fungal Infection. Okay, so now we got a decision to make. We've got 3 really good playable cards here. Divination, Deathbloom Thallid, and Aven Sentry. Which is kind of promising. I mean, you can't read too much into your first few picks, but to see Divination, Aven Sentry, and Deathbloom Thallid makes us think that either of these colors could be open. Red looks a little open, but these cards are pretty average. I mean, Chronicler is good, but we don't exactly have the deck for it right now. I think Self-Replicator's not that good in Limited. I want to believe, but it just doesn't seem to work out. And Divination's just so strong. But if I'm also looking at this, like, what am I more likely to splash? I'm more likely to splash one of the higher cost cards. So I'm tempted to take the 3-drop. And I think 3-drops are at a premium in this format, so I'm going to take Deathbloom Thallid. That might have been silly, but... Ooh, Mana Fixing's actually not terrible. Windgrace Acolyte, I'm just personally not a big fan of. Especially if we don't have any synergies with the self-mill. I actually think this might be our pick. I mean, we could get like a Sarah Disciple or something like that, but that's not anything to write home about. So I think I'm just going to take the dual land. Alright, give us something good. So green's looking open, which is really unfortunate that we have so much green already. I mean, none of these cards are great, but they're all borderline playable. I mean, Broken Bond, you want some type of main board. Candle's nice. Dark Bargain's nice. This is man, I'm not feeling confident right now. I feel like Candle's our way to go, because most likely it'll make the deck, but actually Dark Bargain might be what we're looking at, because black seems to be our strongest color right now. And I think I'd rather keep cutting off the color. Let's do that. Alright, Memorial of Folly. probably the best memorial in the set. Although I really do like Trapper. We don't really have any historic synergies right now, but we definitely could get some. Dauntless Bodyguard is a really nice way to potentially get in early damage, especially if you play first. But Memorial to Folly is just quite a strong card. But we do need to start getting creatures. Like, we got no creatures right now. So maybe we just take, maybe we take the Trapper. Ooh, do I want the Trapper or the Bodyguard? I think I'm going to take the Bodyguard. And this is our opening pack. Surprisingly, this wheeled. That's not surprising at all. It's terrible. I guess we just take our Paladin. Sure. Ooh, wow. Getting lucky seeing that Reproach wheel. That's really nice. That's super convenient. I mean, Confessor's nice, but it's definitely not at the top of my list. I'm happy to take the removal. An Elephant, this card's grown on me. At first I thought it was borderline unplayable, but now I've become more... I've just been happy to see a big body that can block, as well as if you somehow lose an artifact like an equipment or a skittering surveyor can get it back for you. Alright, we're getting some decent wheels. Looks like white's a little open. And I think I'd rather just take the creature right now than the charge. So, take the creature. Tragic Poet. Never know. Ooh, Power Stone Charge, sure. Alright, overall, I think that's a pretty solid first pack. I'm happy to splash blue for something like a Cloud Reader Sphinx. But I think we're just going to have to wait and see what kind of fixing options we get, and or if we get more than maybe just a card. I'm hesitant to splash just one card unless it's really going to help us out. Now, this is a solid pack for us. Green's got some good stuff. Again, another terrible, basically unplayable rare. Story of our draft thus far. That's okay. I think I'm just taking the next Blessed Light because these cards can just save you / win you games. They're just so good. Now I'm bummed to be passing an Academy Drake. Another Bodyguard. Honestly, there's nothing like 2 monster good. I mean, there's a couple good green creatures, but I think Blessed Light's just the pick. For me, I'm a big fan of Blessed Light. Really happy to see Knight of Grace. Premium 2-drop. Probably one of the best 2-drops in the format. It'd be nice if we could get a Deathbloom Thallid. But beggars can't be choosers. We'll take our Knight. Take our Knight and be happy. Here's our Wizard deck potential. Look at this guy. Just hanging out. But I don't think we're getting him. I think we go with the Pegasus Courser here. Because we have 2-drops and the lifelink's super nice. But Pegasus Courser can just win you games as well because the ability to give another creature flying is quite strong. What was taken? An uncommon was taken from this pack. Probably something really good like an Icy Manipulator, Bolts, Clutches, who knows. Alright. Another Trapper coming our way, which could be nice. I think Coldwater Snapper is definitely earlier pickable than some people may get credit for, because it's a wall that some decks cannot deal with, especially if you put any type of enchantment on it. That can really be a blowout, but I think Trapper for us is where we want to be. Happy to be seeing some quality white creatures still coming our way. Our deck's kind of shaping up. We need that top end, though. We don't necessarily have our win condition, our bomb. We don't have any bombs yet, which makes me a little nervous. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Okay. Ooh, another Courser. Juggernaut. Solid card. Thorny. What are you still doing here? Someone's going to have a good green deck out of this pool. Divination. I think Divination's even worth splashing, but probably just going to get another Courser. It's so good, but I mean, the Juggernaut is really strong too, though, especially with us having a lot of combat tricks. We can maybe get some favorable trades in our position. But I mean, every time I've played Juggernaut, it's just always been underwhelming because they usually have a good block for it, or they just kill it right away with the Broken Bond or Divine Intervention. I think I'm just going to take the Pegasus Courser, actually. You can yell at me later. Let me know if you think that was a terrible pick, but I'm happy to take the creature I know I'm going to play. Alright, now this is a rather sad pack. Oath of Teferi, another borderline unplayable rare. Sorcerer's Wand, I've lost more games than I'd like to admit to, because they just equip it to a creature, ping me, equip it, ping, equip, ping, and then it's like, hey, there's 5-6 damage that you can't do anything about. I guess we take the Pardic Wanderer. I mean, Feral Abomination is an option. It's a 6/5/5 trample or a 6/5/5 death touch. And I think I'd rather have the Wanderer right now. That's not bad, seeing an Aven Sentry come to us. Well, we'll take the Aven Sentry, sure. Alrighty then. Another Fungal Infection. And actually, Jousting Lands could be really good in this deck, because we are going to have a decent amount of flyers. I think this is a card that could help us make sure that we're hitting, or at least putting ourselves in good combat positions. I think we take the Jousting Lance, and I think we sort. Alright, how's our curve looking? We're looking okay. I mean, we've got a decent amount of removal, which is nice. Fungal Infection can lead to some really good trades / blowouts. Man, oh man. Alright, here is the pack that had another unplayable. I'm surprised Halar's still here. Interesting. Interesting. We don't have any legendaries, which makes Benelish Honor Guard a vanilla 2/2 for us. Voltaic Servant. We have no reason to really untap. I guess it could work with our Pardic Wanderer. Yeah, I think I'm just going to add you to the sideboard. I think there's more potential upside with Voltaic Servant than other cards. I actually like Zalfrin Void, especially if you're not splashing, because it just gives you a free scry, which can be a big deal. I've seen Divest do some work. I'm actually just going to throw Divest in the sideboard. We've got good removal for what we know is coming, but man, you start with that in your starting hand and you take away your opponent's early play or their big bomb early, and they just have no recovery. That can be a pretty demoralizing play. If you get it mid to late game, it can be useless, so that's why it's typically a sideboard card. What are we got 12 creatures so far. I feel like whenever I get Pegasus Coursers, I get no Call to Cavalries, and whenever I get Call to Cavalry, I get no Pegasus Coursers. So let's just see. We're hoping this third pack can really help us line stuff up. It's kind of a bummer that we didn't get that Arvad. If we would have got that Arvad, that'd been sweet. But can't win them all. You also can't force people to pick quicker. I'm actually, I think, okay taking a dub here. Feral Abomination, I've just really never played it. I think I'll take the dub. Another Cabal Paladin. Maybe that's our, maybe we just go like black, white, historic. Demonic Vigor. Yeah, sure, we'll take you. And a rat. And, ooh, a second rat. Wow. Alright, we're now a rat deck. I lied. Alright, third pack. Please. Please. Ooh, wow. Of course we get 2, 3 really good cards that we would want. Now, I think Black Blade Reforged. Oh, my goodness. I mean, this is the card that can win you the game, but we literally have 0 legendaries to put it on. And then we have Arvad, who could be a legendary that equips it. And if we pass it, there's no way we're getting it back. I mean, if we pass either of these, we're not getting either of them back. But what is better for our deck? The creature or the sword that just makes everything unstoppable? I think it's the sword that makes everything unstoppable. Wow. Oh my goodness. This is what kills me, is that you get packs that you've got 2 or 3 cards in it that would completely revamp your deck, but you only get to pick one of them. And we could kind of go with the go wide, and then once you get Forebear's Blade on something, that can really run away with the game for you as well. But Call the Cavalry is just so good for us. But I'm taking the bomb. On Sarah's Wings. This is another bomb as well. I mean, this card's won me so many games, and it actually kind of helps us get our Black Blade reforged. It also helps us potentially set ourselves up to get, in a way, 3 for 1. But I'm taking this Sarah's Wings. This is so good. If they can't answer it, you just shut them down. All right, here's a Call to Cavalry. We also have an Urgaros, though. But no, I think we want the Call to Cavalry, especially with our Forebear's Blade. We just want to be able to go wide, have plenty of options. Urgaros, I'm often not impressed with. Like, if you're ahead, it helps keep you ahead, but if you're behind, it usually just doesn't quite do it for you. And yes, I know it'd be nice because it's legendary, but I want to make sure we got cards that we can play. Another Reproach. Okay. I think we take the removal here. Windgrace Acolyte could be good. But we don't have any... Again, we still have no synergy with the milling of ourselves, and I just like the removal option. Another Call to Cavalry. All right, we're getting a little lucky. Getting some gifts in this last pack. I'm happy to take another Call to Cavalry. I could see an argument for... No, I couldn't. I lied. We don't really have enough Historic to make Weatherlight good. Academy Drake's a super nice card to see this late. But I think Call to Cavalry is what we're looking for. Dun da da da, dun dun da. I mean, black has really not shown us much. We've been pretty much white. Ooh, wow, a Wrath? A Wrath? Now we could take Wrath and go more... I mean, still splash the blue. We just have no mana fixing, which is a bummer. The Soul Salvage kind of helps. The Thalat Omnivore is good for us. Do you take the legendary that you can splash? Or do you take the card that you know you're going to play? And now, like, I don't know if Thalat Omnivore is necessarily the card we really want. I'm going to take the creature, though. Okay, we get another Aven Sentry. I feel like there's a couple picks we could have done differently, and it may have made a big difference. But right now I'm just a little bummed on some of the, like, having to pass both Arvods. That was sad. That was sad. Sure. Yeah, we'll take Memorial to Glory. I think we've got a decent deck. We can't say we're short on removal, which is nice. But we are short on... Like right now, I don't see us splashing that. Oh my goodness, another Call to Cavalry. We do have one Lance. Yeah, I think we just take our third Call to Cavalry and our third Aven Sentry. Actually, let's take a Confessor. Confessor could be nice, especially with the evasion. And against these aggro decks, at least we have an option for something early. Take Befuddle. Take another party. Take a foil Fire Elemental. Alright, so this deck, it has potential. Let's just kind of see how our deck building process goes. Alright, I gotta take the lands out because they just confuse me if I don't. Group creatures separately. So we've got 14 creatures. I look at it like we got 15, 16. We got at least 17 creatures, if not 18 with fungal infection. Now our 2-drop spot is super weak, which is unfortunate, but we do have some strong 3. Our 4-drop spot is just loaded right now. Jeez. Cobalt Paladin could actually do a fair bit of work here with how much historic we have going on. I think we get rid of Pardic Wanderer. And actually, we could play Tragic Poet, because if they get rid of Sarah's Wings, we then get it back. Elephant helps us get back one of our equipments if we lose it. Now the issue with Blackblade Reforged is the only target we're genuinely going to have for it until turn 13 is someone that we've put Ansara's Wings on. And if we have Ansara's Wings on them and they can't deal with it, we're going to win anyway. So now I'm wishing I would have just taken the Arvad instead of Blackblade Reforged. You know, I'm gonna try not playing it and just see how it goes the first game. Removal, we definitely got to keep the removal in. Dark Bargain, I think we need to keep. What creatures do we want to cut? Zealot Omnivore works. If I'm between cutting, maybe we just cut both the Poet and the Confessor. Because Tragic Poet, I mean, it's good. It's definitely good with us having it on Sarah's Wings, but that's like all it's good for. And you don't want to play a bad card because it might be good with another card. You want cards that are just good on their own. And then if they happen to have synergies, that's just a bonus, win-win kind of situation. But we need to get rid of 2 more. Aven Sentries are nice. How many historic do we have with Cabal Paladin, actually? We've got 1, 2... Wait, we've got 3. Okay, Cabal Paladin is getting cut. And I like us having multiple flyers because we've just seen how often we lose to having no answer to someone else's flyers. Thankfully, white usually doesn't have that problem. But I still think we got to play 17 lands in this deck. Do we get rid of the elephant? I think we get rid of the elephant. How does this feel? It feels like we're just basically we have to get out. We have to have a strong start, and then we just have to hold them off. Because if it gets to the late game, there's no way that we're beating them down unless we can get like some combo with Ansara's Wings and a Forebear's Blade or something like that. We can definitely go wide. Call the Cavalry definitely helps us go wide. We can kind of go over the top with Sarah's Wings. We got a few flyers. We got our Pegasus Courser. No, but I mean removal. You know what? Okay. We're just going to go with this. Okay. I think this works. Where are we at? Alright, game 1. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Sure, we'll keep this. Keep you on top. They won the roll, but wanted us to go first. Okie dokie. Artichoke. Blue-white. So they're going to have some flyer action. They got their own jousting lance. Good for you. Here we go, Kokomo. Divination. That's kind of nice. So we're getting in for 5 damage if we want. Or do we play Pegasus Courser and get in for even more damage next turn? I feel like they're just going to bounce into our hand, but... Now let's attack. We'll attack. Because if they've got cards, there's no way they're not going to have an answer of some sort. And I think it's smarter for us to get creatures out, especially if we've already missed a land drop. Solid mulligan. Let's see what else they got going on. They're just going to pass. They got Blink of an Eye, and they're going to just do some super cool return to your hand before combat shenanigans. But hopefully we can draw land. If we can draw land, then we can just Dark Bargain next turn. But it is always fun to wait on your opponent to figure out what they're doing. And they got 6 cards in hand. Maybe they have 6 3-drops, and it's just really hard to figure out who's their favorite. Do they play a flyer? Yep. Okay, Academy Drake. Nice. There's a land. So what I think we do here is we're going to attach this to our Pegasus Courser. Hope they go to block with the Academy Drake, and then we just Fungal Infections them. Attack with all creatures. Nice. I think that works out really well for us. Because next turn they got 6 damage in the air staring down at them. If we draw another land, then we can even Blessed Light them. Who knows? We'll see. But I'm feeling... I mean, they got 6 cards in their hand, so I'm not feeling super confident, but I'm feeling like at least we're hopefully pressuring them to make plays they may not want to. Like, maybe they'd like to try and get cards out to get some synergy going, but if we keep putting the pressure on them, they have to either take a lot of damage, and then they're susceptible to a blowout to win the game, or they just hope that we're drawn dead and we got nothing but land in our hand. We'll see. Fingers crossed. Pain and costs. Blink of an Eye. No kicker. Deep Freeze. Okay. That's their turn. Beautiful turn. Okay. So we could move this over, but I think we hold on to Dark Bargain. And actually, I think we should Dark Bargain now, because if they have a counter spell, then we're kind of SOL. And we don't really want that to happen. And is 2 damage right now moving over the Jousting Lance better? I don't think so. So just because we're playing... Oh, we get all land. Isn't that convenient? Beat combat. Your turn, my friend. Plus, if we move the Jousting Lance over, and then they end up just, you know, pinging something, you can just end up having wasted a decent amount of mana. But we'll see if that 2 damage comes back to bite us. We just gotta wait and see. Do you have like a Healing Grace in hand? That's something I can think of that you could play right now. Healing Grace, save yourself the 3 damage, gain 3, go to 17. That'd be a bummer. Or you're just We're like so busy with other stuff that you can't be bothered with this draft. Or maybe we're the ones lagging and everything's falling apart, although I don't think we are. You okay? Alright, we're not lagging. I guess I'm happy I dark bargained there just to get the land out of the way. It's a bit unfortunate to see 3 land in a row. But hopefully that means our next few draws will be solid cards. Bro, you're killing me. What are you doing? Alright, so we have Blessed Light. We do got to play around to Syncopate because we do not want... We don't want them getting that good a value out of their Syncopate. I mean, ideally, we want them getting no value out of their Syncopate. This is kind of painful. Lag? Question mark. I don't think so. But this I think is our deck's motive. Our deck's goal is to just try and stay aggressive and being able to remove whatever blockers or threats they have so that we can just keep poking them down. Maybe they're just someone who wants to waste time, go to time. I mean, I hope they're not having connection issues. But I don't know what the dealio is. And I guess we even could Blessed Light the Deep Freeze, depending on what their plays are. Your opponent disconnected from the game. They lost connection to the game. Well, that is sad. That's no bueno. I know I've been on the other side of that. Okay, now they've joined the game. They're back. And they're back. Good. Alright, they're good. There we go. Well, they got land for days 6, so could this be their cold water snapper? Oh. They do nothing. Okay, so that tells me that they've got nothing but counter spells. And we're attacking for this. Now they could have a Wrath. They could try and flash a Wrath in here. Or they could just blink of an eye kicked. Okay. So they take 1 damage. That's a lot of damage. And combat. 1, 2, 3. Let's move that over. Say go. I'd love to see them crack one of their Memorial to Geniuses. I'm also very excited for them to just keep bouncing. Maybe I should have attached the lance to the sapperling. Let's do that. Begin combat. Attack with all creatures. Now that's kind of a waste of mana on my part. Blessed Light, sure. Because this takes 4 mana, so we're 1 short. And we say go. Now, is this where they're cracking? Nope, just drawing cards for days. Drawing cards for days. Mixture self-replicator, okay. So either they got a block, or they're taking mass damage. And that's actually quite nice for us. Yeah, there's no way they're block. Oh, they are gonna block. Okay. Cool. Damage and combat. And we say go. What do they got this time? So next turn, we can swing for 4 potentially. We could Blessed Light the Deep Freeze, and then fly over Jousting Lance for actually it'd be for 5. Yep, understandable. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking, is we just attack with everything. Something gets eaten, but we deal it a minimum of 5 damage. Or sorry, minimum of 4 damage depending on whatever they do. And then next turn we can just Blessed Light this and swing over with Pegasus Courser. And we've got, yeah. And this takes 4, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're 1 short to be able to Blessed Light and pop that in the same turn. But I think we just stay aggressive. Main. They've got 2 cards in hand, which means if they have a blink of an eye, we're just going to be really annoyed. But, you know, actually I think we put it on this. And then if they play something crazy, we can Blessed Light it. If they don't play something crazy, we can maybe Blessed Light the enchantment and just fly over. And if they want, well, I mean, they can attack with this. Because if they attack with that, then we just get chump blockers and block and swing. That's kind of promising. Ooh, okay, I think we win. We win! We win. Begin combat. Okay. We got there. Is there anything different I would want to do against these people? This player? I don't think so. I think we just stick. I think we stick with what we were doing. That was good. This is a keepable. This is definitely a keepable hand. And they're playing first this time. That's interesting. And the reason I'm not even worried about playing this out too early is because they could also just bounce it or bounce whatever we end up protecting. And it really doesn't end up doing us much good. Do they get in to approach it? Main. Play you out. Okay. It's a really nice start for us. This is about as ideal as we could hope for. They don't have blue, so maybe they're stuck on mana? Attack with all creatures. Okay. Main. I think we play you out and say go. Nice. Now, unfortunately, we can't play or equip this because we have to pay for Bayard's stuff. Yes. Those are my attackers. Do you want to block? No. Damage. End of combat. I think that's all we can do, which is fine with me. They got their blue source. Jousting Lance. Do it. Are you going to attack? Nope. Cast down. Not quite good enough here. I think we're going to... think we equip you? Yeah. No, wait, cancel. No, I can't equip, because if I equip, then I can't do a combat trick. Attack with all creatures. Yes. Attackers have been declared. They're taking the damage again. They are not. No, they might have like add at will this time, which would be terrible. Yeah. Nope. Okay. No, we still have cast down though, which is a pretty big help. They might have something big here. What is it? Cloud Reader Sphinx. Okay. That's a good play, no doubt. But it is just going to get cast down. Memorial. Ooh, I could do that. Yeah, let's... So I think I Jousting Lance this. 1, 2, 3. And what I could do is attack and just see if they want to chump block. or I attack with both, see if they want to block the Knight of Grace, and then we just cast down it anyway. If we get in with a cast down right now, though, then we... I don't know. Yeah, I think we just get rid of it now. Like if they have a rescue in hand, that would be terrible. But they don't. Begin combat. And we're just going to attack. For 6. Now the bummer is, depending on what they do here, they could really cause us some trouble. Like if they bounce something. Ooh, we just win. Alright. GG's. Alright, match 2. This is... It is not an ideal hand, but I think I'm going to keep it. Now, unfortunately, we can't do anything. So if they have like a turn 2, turn 3, turn 4 rollout, we might be hurting, but looks like we're not getting punished right now. Which is quite nice. Now they're probably gonna... Oh, they just miss a land drop? See, well now it's unfortunate that we can't punish them. But that is what it is. Play our tap land out because, well, it doesn't really cost us anything. Now they kept a 2-lander, so they've got to have something good in hand, and that makes me nervous. Dreadshade, that's a good card to have. We'll play you out. Hope that they miss another land drop. They do. Begin combat. We're just taking whatever they throw at us. No blocks. Okay. Alright, we're getting a little Flood City here, which is unfortunate. So I think I want to attack with all creatures. That's fine. And then I'm going to say go. Because my plan is just to Blessed Light their Dreadshade. No block. I'll take Servant. This card's just annoying because of how often they have to keep hitting untap, tap, untap, tap. Okay. So, what are our options here? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. We could throw this down, equip it, and go to town. Which I kind of like. I also like just playing the Aven Sentry and keeping the pressure on. Which I think is what we're going to do. And I'm just going to pass the turn. Still mana problems? No, it can't be. I mean, they gotta have a stacked hand if they kept a 2-lander and wanted to play first. Power Stone Shard. Well, I mean, that's kind of land in an unfortunate way. Do we attach to anything? Yeah. We'll throw it on you. 3. Go to combat. Attack with all creatures. Play our next Statement Sentry. Call it a day. Land. There it is. Now they've got 5 land. But the hope is that they just play something big, and we can just Blessed Light it. Another Power Stone Shard. Okay, well, they've still got 5 mana available to them. Josie Vest. Ooh, if that's what they play, that's going to be a sad, sad day for us. Because that's 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The wall. Okie dokie. So 3, 6, 7, 8. We can put them on a 2-turn clock, which I think is what we do. 2, 3. Just put you over there. Say go. Here could come a big man Bajamba, but we got Blessed Light up. Maybe there's still hope, unless they like kick Krosan Druid. Okay, Glider, sure. We got 1 colorless floating. That can't block, which makes me feel better. Zealot Omnivore, sure. Ancient Animus. That is a bummer. But I think we just do this. Whew, gotta keep up that removal. Alright, so we don't really know what their deck does because they were stuck on mana for so long, which is unfortunate for them. I guess fortunate for us. But it's good to know they got some tricks, so we definitely want to be prepared for that as best as we can be. I mean, we kept a slow hand, so the game probably would have been less close had we been able to put earlier pressure on them. But them having that wall too, like we need to protect our flyers, because if they get that wall down, we don't really have much of a way of getting around it unless we can somehow get like this blade on it or something like that. You know, maybe we cut the Omnivore. I think if we need to cut something for something else, I think the Omnivore is what we would cut. Ooh, it's such a potentially good starting hand, but we just keep getting just swallowed in swamps. But we're going to keep it. Because if we get lucky, we just need 1 plains, and this is like an ideal starting hand. We don't get it, but at least we have a play. There's still hope. There's still hope. Got some removal now too. Maybe it's going to be like the exact opposite scenario. We're going to have our 3 swamps, not having our second color, and then they just run us over. Okay. I don't think that's worth destroying. Come on, plains. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Unreal. Yeah, I'll block. Sure. Hey, look, we both get a token. Because I believe we're going to draw planes. Dread Shade. See, that's a good target for cast down. There it is. We did it! And now what we do is, when they come to block, or we block, then they go to pump, and then we kill it with cast down. Nothing. Actually, maybe I can just get him to waste multiple mana. Now they have like a gift of growth, that would be... Well, no, wait, I don't know what they could do to save it. Because it's just destroy. Ancient Animus, they can get it to fight something. Okay. That's not the worst thing in the world, actually. No, I think we go the mana efficient play. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Say go. Well, they have no mana troubles this game, that's for sure. No plays. Okay. So we've got 6 mana. We could play another Pegasus Courser. And equip. Yeah, I think we do that. Let's do that. Equip. 2, 3. Begin combat. Oh, can't play you. Okay. Icy Manipulator. That's good for you. But we're going wide. Begin combat. Yep. Attack with all creatures. Now we don't know what their big bomb is. We've basically seen all the exact same cards game 1 and game 2. So I'm curious what they've got up their sleeve. Ooh, they should have Icy Manipulated something. I guess it doesn't matter, right? It's upkeep. 2, 3, 4. Yep. Attack with all creatures. And now we just kind of wait and see what happens. I could see them double blocking a knight just to kill one. I mean, why not? Or they've got a trick. Okay. So now that's a 2-4. That's a problem. That's definitely a problem. Wait. Oh, and then I had it fight something. What are you? Kazarov. Uh-oh, we need removal. We need removal, people. That's not it. That is not the removal we want. Alright, so now we are unfortunately... Oh, crap. Well, they could have eaten a Pegasus Course, but then that thing gets bigger and then we're hurting. So we're just hoping and praying for a Blessed Light. That might actually help. Yeah, let's begin combat. Okay. Now if we attack with all, we're getting at least 3 in, and then they probably eat this thing. Let's just do it. I'm going to give my Aven Sentry double flying. Could this be it? Could we have done it? If we can just trade. Yes! That was big. That was a big help. Oh, I should have moved that over. Oh well. Ooh, but they had another answer. Look at that top deck. And look at us drawing lands. They're at 7. Yeah, I think we just pass. Just move you over. Okay, so now with like top deck mode, who can just get luckier? This is always the best way to feel like you won a game of Magic. Tokens aren't bad for us, really. Ooh, that's a good draw. But it kind of sucks because whatever we put it on just gets tapped down. But it does kind of require them to potentially let through some more damage. Am I reading that right? Because they're just still a 2-3 though. They're a 2-4 with lifelink and vigilance. do we want... No. No, I shouldn't have played that yet. No, because we still... I mean, we can't attack with that 3/5 there. We need a Blessed Light. We need a Blessed Light. Come on, Blessed Light. Oh, that's fine. Look at my land. See, that's why Divest is not necessarily a great main boardable card. Oh, awesome. Dark Bargain. Hey, that's a good card for you. Happy for you. They did take 2 damage, though. They do have more mana now. I bet... I'm just waiting for them to play like a kicked Josubes. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, we just need... We need our Blessed Light. Death Touch. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Come on, Blessed Light. You're not helpful, but you're better than nothing. Just keep muddying the ground. Gideon's Reproach. Maybe that does it for us. Okay, I think we attack with you. And with you. No. And with you. Okay. Yep, we got flying. I'm sure you got a comet trick yourself. But let's see what you do. We got 4 strike damage. Nice. Pulled it off. GG's, my friend. GG's. Alright, we got match 3 on our hands. I think we do want to play it first because we're an aggressive deck. And yeah, that's keepable. Say go. Play our Benelish Honor Guard. Ooh, they got that red. We don't like to see red. Land? That's not... Alright, we need that 4th land. Let's go to combat. See if they Shivan Fire. Alright, we're really crossing our fingers for that 4th land, because if not, we're going to be hurting. Wait, they didn't play anything? Okay. Ooh, we did it. Attack with all creatures. No blocks. Okay. Main. And I think we just go wide here first, because if they got removal, then they definitely have to use it. And then hopefully that protects our Aven Sentry for getting in the air a bit more. Ooh, they're 3 colors with no mana fixing to get it. That's always nice for them. Slimy boy. We don't like Slimefoot. Slimefoot's a big problem. Now we're pretty aggro right now, and I'm happy to actually give up a creature for free to get in extra damage. Damage, main. Yeah, I think we just pump out to call the cavalry. They've got no, they've got no shortage of land, it would appear. Wow, 4 swarms in a row. I don't know what that means. It's all I got. Aren't we all? Third, so not many. That's alright. Well, you could just concede this game and we can see what happens. Maybe I should have played Aven Sentry. I don't know. But maybe they have, who knows, plenty of stuff to deal with flyers. I'll just say nice. Don't play anything big. Vile Offering. Awesome. Good for you. Removal? Nope. Now if we attack 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I think we just swing with everything again. Wait, I have best guys thus far with like 25 or something, way better than me. I don't know what that means. Main. Okay. Fingers crossed. Well, again, they got tons of mana. GG. Okay. Good job, deck. We won the first game. Let's please close it out. Let's try and close it out. Here we go. We've had good starting hands. Cannot complain about that. This is a questionable starting hand. But we're on the draw. We've got removal. We've got our bomb. I think we keep it. And hope they just don't go aggro on us. That was not the right land to click. That's good. That's not a bad card to grab. But we say go. Okay. That's a good card for us. Man, they've had no trouble getting their mana though. That is I mean, that's like good for y'all. Okay, now I'm really happy we have Blessed Light in our hand. Do they attack? See, I would attack here. Well, I don't know what they have in their hand. Who am I to say? So this enters unless you control plains or a swamp. We do, thankfully enough. And I think we just play our own Omnivore. And say go. So if they have removal, I'll be really sad, because that means they can just get rid of our Omnivore, and then we're going to be pretty hurting. Although we can get rid of their Omnivore next turn as well. Ooh, they're playing big guns. Playing big guns, which actually doesn't upset me too much. Because we got quick removal for it. Are you sure you want to pick me? Okay, I get that. That makes sense. So you gots to go. And then we attack for 4. And then next turn, what we've got 5 mana, well that's 6. We could on Sarah's Wings this. Ooh, they got Josephus. That's not fun. But honestly, I don't mind the race right now because we have on Sarah's Wings. So I think that's good for us. All things considered. And I think we just keep him on this clock. Now if they have like a Pierce the Sky or something, I'll be... Well, we probably lose if they have on Pierce the Sky or Eviscerate or something like that. Yeah, an Adamant Will would be so nice to just be holding right now. They gotta have something. They don't seem hesitate. Oh, okay. That's not bad. We probably just throw the Forebear's Blade on it then. Triggered ability. What are you discarding? Going up to 15 though, that's a big deal. Skin Witch, ooh, and their Slimy Foot. I got 8 removal mains, so you will be seriously lucky if I do not draw one. Okay. Blessed Light. I think we just do this. Attack. No block, say go. They finally draw one. Nope, they got Urboros. Okay, what do we get? Oh, I should have Dark Bargain. That was so dumb. So dumb. What are they? They're at 8. They can block and deal 7 damage to me right now. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to Blessed Light that. They can absorb 2 of it. And we've got 1 sapling, so that'll get us up to 9. So they're going to live by 1, which is unfortunate. But I think we just... Sorry, man. Who knows? Maybe I lost by not playing my Dark Bargain like I should have, like a good player would. But if they do Cast Down, it'd be terrible if they do Cast Down because Thought Omnivore's legendary, so it doesn't work for it. I'm an entitled. Alright, I'm sorry that dude's having a bad day, but we got a trophy. We got our 5th trophy. That was just a really fun deck. I think it, I don't want to say it overperformed, because honestly it played out really well. I think we just got fortunate that we didn't really have any, like, really weak hands to start with. Wow. Pretty stoked to see that. Awesome to get a trophy. It just feels good, especially when I'm in so much pain. No, I'm kidding. Life's good. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you in the next one.